All right, today we're going to talk about IFR holding patterns, how to get into them, which preferred entry to make, all that good stuff. Because on your written test, this is an important bit, and it's a bunch of different questions. Okay, so let's say, for instance, this is the fix here, and every hold's going to have a fix, and every hold's going to have a direction of holding from the fix on the inbound leg. So this might be your inbound leg, this might be your inbound leg. You don't know, right? But if you were told to hold on the east side, then your inbound leg's right here. If you hold on the west side, your inbound leg's right here. And if you don't get told anything else, then you just make right-hand turns, and that would be your hold. If you get told, hey, hold on the east side, then your right-hand turns would be like this, right? So there's your hold. So it just depends on which one you get, okay? So for this one, for our hold here, we're gonna go ahead and do, you got told to hold on the east side of whatever this fix is, and they didn't specify the turn, so you're like, you know what? I got this. I was paying attention. It's right-hand turns is standard. And you would be correct. So that would be your hold, okay? Right-hand turns. So now, depending on where you're coming, you might not be coming in from here, right? You might not be coming in this way. You might be on your airplane might be over here. So how are you going to get into that hold? You're just going to kind of make your turn up this way, or you're going to turn this way and then turn around. Like, what is your plan, right? So the FA gives us guidance on how to actually do this, and what direction you come in on is going to change what entry you do, okay? So the way I want you to think of this, is mentally start by coming in on the inbound leg. Okay, let's sit like mentally. You're coming in on this inbound leg. Now take the back end of this arrow, the back end of the inbound leg, and kick it out up this way. Okay, kick the butt end of that out 70 degrees. Okay, so 90 degrees would be like this, right? So we don't want 90, we want 70 degrees. So we want to kick that thing up and we want to do 70 degrees, which would be like that, right? So once you've kicked it up about 70 degrees, it might be a little too much. It's fine. 70 degrees. We're gonna draw that line. We're gonna draw that line. Okay, so let's draw that line. It's going to be right about here, like this, and it actually goes all the way through. So now you know the line, and remember it's 70 degrees. This angle right here is 70. Okay. Now this is an important line. Okay, you start with that line, and the only other line you're going to draw on this thing is this one. Okay. Now what you've done is you've divided this into thirds, okay? Now remember, how did we get here? We went inbound on the inbound leg, and we kicked the tail of that leg up towards the hold. We didn't kick it out this way because the hold's not over here. This is no man's land, right? We kicked it up towards the hold, and we've divided this into thirds. We have 3 sections, okay? We got 3 different sections. This whole section down here, this whole section over here, this is where you're going to be doing your direct entries. Okay, you're going to be doing your direct entries. We'll put those green. Direct entries are green. Okay. When you get over to this corner over here, that's going to be anytime you're doing your parallel entries. Okay. That's your parallel entry side. And then the last one here, what should we do? Maybe we'll do pink on this one. Pink, that'll be your teardrops. Okay. So now you know which entry to do, right? So let's put some of those into the test and see how they work, and let's figure out why. So if I'm coming into the fix, now remember, we're not necessarily coming in on this, right? We're not necessarily coming in on this. That was just to figure out our cut out to this, our 70-degree cut, right? I might be coming in from, the south over here. Southeast? Maybe I'm on a 340, 350 degree inbound. That's my heading inbound. So I would just do a direct entry because look, I fall over on this side. And if I'm coming in over here, let's say over here, I might just do a direct entry again. So I would just hit this, and then I would just join the holding pattern. Okay? See that? Easy. Direct entry. How about up here? Whoa, crazy. Nope. Just going to be a direct entry. Easy. Right around. And then you would just continue all the way around your hold. Okay? Direct entry. Easy. So what if I'm coming in from the north, right? I'm going to come in here, and the FA says that's too sharp of a turn to do a direct entry. Look at that. That would be a crazy turn. What is that angle there, right? So we're not going to do that turn. That's like a 120-degree right-hand turn. Instead, we're going to do what's called a parallel entry. So that's where you just take a left here. This guy would just take a left, and you just fly down the course opposite the inbound leg. And then you're going to actually make the opposite hand turn. Notice I'm doing a left-hand turn here. And then you're just going to get onto your course. Whoop, just like that, okay? And that's going to go for this guy. That's going to do it for anybody coming in. This airplane's coming in from over here, bang. He's going to fly the opposite and then flip it around like that, okay? That's anybody up in the parallel. sector. And that's why we draw the sectors out. So we can just, anybody coming in on any of those arcs makes sense, okay? Now, what if you're coming in from over here? Well, you might think, yeah, that's kind of a 90-degree turn. That's a little too much, okay? That's kind of a hard turn. The FA is like, you're in instrument conditions. You know what? I'll make this easy. Don't turn at all. Just kind of list your way up here, okay? And when you're doing a teardrop, this angle right here is 30 degrees, okay? 30-degree angle there. And then, once you take that 30-degree cut off of the inbound course, you just join the holding pattern, just like that. Oops, let's use arrows. We just join the holding pattern like that. And then you would just continue on the hold it, right? But any of these out here, from over here, from over here, from over here, any of these, you're going to go ahead and do the teardrop. Okay? So that's how you do those. Let's talk about, how to get into this one more time so we remember how to do it. So you get told to hold east of the fix. East of the fix, that's the inbound leg is on the east side of the fix, okay? And they don't specify turns, and we know if they don't specify turns, right-hand turns. So that's why we're doing our right-hand turns. So what you're going to do is you're going to put yourself, put yourself on this fix, on the inbound leg to the fix, and then just go towards that way, right? Go towards the hold 70 degrees. So 90 is right here, 10, 20. That would be your line, okay? So then you just take that, extend out the other side. Don't extend this side. That doesn't make sense. Extend out that side. And then anybody right here, direct, 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 direct. He's going to do parallel, 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 teardrop, 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 back to direct, direct, direct. So now no matter which way you're coming from this hold or from this fix, you know how to enter it. All right, so we have a basic knowledge of holds. Now let's apply some of that knowledge. All right, let's do some application, shall we? So application level, your question could look like this on your instrument written. It could say you arrive at the 15 DME fix, blah, blah, all this stuff, okay? Let's take out the important stuff out of here, okay? The important stuff is the ATC clearance says hold west. Ooh, it's a thick box. Let's do that. There we go, hold west. You got 1.5 DME fix. It's kind of important. 090 is kind of important. 5 mile legs kind of, but left turns is important. Okay. Then later we'll use this 350 degrees, but not right now. The reason I didn't care about the 1.5 DME fix or the 090 radio, I'm not like saying, oh, those are dumb. It's just that both of these have that already. Like they're both on 15 degrees, or sorry, 15 DME, excuse me, and then they're both on the 090 radial. So that information doesn't help you figure out which one, but these two pieces of information does help you, okay? And then we're going to use this a bit later. But for now, we're going to use the left turns and we're going to use the hold west, okay? So how are we going to do this? We're going to go ahead and do these holds. So the way a hold works is you take the fix, right? And you say we need to be on the west side of the fix. So this guy's on the west side of the fix, and this guy, these airplanes are both holding on the west side of the respective fixes. So far, so good. That doesn't really help us. But then on the inbound leg toward the fix, so he's inbound. This guy's inbound to the fix right here. Now, I think it's kind of weird. The FA makes there be a big gap here. I wish maybe the fix was closer to the actual holding pattern. Or hear me out. If you're listening, FA, just make the holding pattern actually the size of the holding pattern. I don't know. But either way, just for your help on the test, pretend that the holding pattern goes right up to the fix. Anyways, so you're rolling up to the fix here, and you're making your left turns. You're on the west side, and you're making your left turn. So look at this guy. He's coming in. He's coming into the fix, and he's making left-hand turns. I'd say that's pretty darn good. It's a pretty darn good. He's doing what this thing says, right? Number one is. Number two, he's coming into the hold from the west side, from the inbound, and he's not making left-hand turns inbound to the fix. He's making left-hand turns. I mean, he is making left-hand turns, but he's not inbound to the fix when he's doing it. He would have to come inbound to the fix and then turn around to then make. It doesn't make any sense. See what I'm saying? So this guy technically, if you want to know what hold this guy's on, his hold would be, he's holding on we'll call that the, oh shoot, I don't know. This is 15. We'll call that the 4 DME, he's on the 4 DME off the 090 radio. So instead of, this says 15 DME right here. If that said 4, and then it said on the east side, because see, I was on the east side of the fix. The fix was right here. He's on the east side. Because he's not. This is not a real hold. This is nothing. So the point of the story here is this guy's all kinds of messed up, and we want to use this one. So we know it's going to be one, right? So we know one, right? So we know it's going to be one of those two. And at this point we go, okay, we know that's our hold. Now which part starts to come into play here? We know two. It's right out. We know we're going to start using this guy, 350 degrees. So what does that look like? 350 degree heading is. So this would be like coming into the fix from the south on a 360. So we're coming into the heading 10 degrees to the side of that. So about like that. That's 350, right? So there's 350, and that's where we're coming in from. Now, how do we apply what we learned in the last part of the video to this? So what we do is if we're coming inbound on this, we know our inbound leg. This is our inbound leg, right? What we're going to do is we're going to kick the tail up toward the fix 70 degrees, right? So we're going to draw that line. There's 90. 70 would be like here. Okay, 70 would be like here. And everything on this side is a direct entry. Everything over here is a direct entry. Remember that? Everything on the big side. And then you just take the line that extends out like that, right? And you descend it out. So remember we said, I think direct entry was, this is the direct entry side. Oops. The direct entry side was green. So we'll use green over here. So this is a direct entry. These would be direct entries over here as well. And then remember we divided it up. So the red, I think we did the red was the teardrop. That was the little bit. Then we did like orange or something up here for the parallel. And then there's your 3 entries: direct on this side, parallel in that corner, and then teardrop. So you can just apply this to any one of these when you get them. You just apply it. And so in this case, this guy's coming in from right here. Which entry are we? Well, we know we're not doing the teardrop because we're not over there, so we can take the teardrop, and then there's your answer. So congrats, you just got this right on the test because you used the 70 degree, cut your tail to this, your tail of the inbound leg, 70 degrees, 70 degrees that way toward the hold. You drew your line, extended your line out, divided the small half up into P and T, bigger half being parallel, smaller half being teardrop, and then you got the answer right. The other little thing I would mention is notice how the parallel entry side is the same as the protected area side of the hold. Parallel, protected. That's how you can remember. If you can't remember the teardrop is the small one, the parallel is the big one. You can remember the protected side of the hold is the same as the parallel entry side. So there you go. So that should hopefully be enough between the last part where we talked about the holds and then this part where you at least have a better idea of how holds work, and hopefully you can apply that knowledge to your written test, and then you're one step closer to getting your instrument rating. And I wish you very good luck on the test. Thanks for watching.